Hello and welcome back to my channel, and welcome if you're new. My name's Audra and I post a video every Tuesday and Friday on beauty and fashion and lifestyle. Right now I'm actually doing a series on like revamping my wardrobe, trying to make my own version of like a capsule wardrobe. So if any of that sounds interesting to you, I'd love if you would subscribe. But for today's video, I'm going to do a July favorites video. I do this every month for the previous month, just to like touch base, round up the month, share my favorites, to kind of talk about what we tried in the previous month and what I feel like is worth mentioning because I really enjoyed these products, so that we can move into August now fresh and ready for new things to try. None of these things are going to be too much of a surprise if you watch my channel, because I've definitely been loving them and sharing them and been using them in videos. So let's get into it. Okay, first for makeup, I have these three items here. I actually used these all in the same video. It was like a Sephora haul, and then I did like a first impressions of everything I got. But ever since that video, I've been using these three products almost every single day. I feel like I always like evaluate what I'm gonna buy first. I'm not usually too much of like an impulse purchaser. So I like do my research and make sure that the product is something that I probably will enjoy. So I feel like that leads to having really successful hauls where I don't feel like I'm like wasting too much money or anything. The first thing was the Say Slip Tint. I got this in the number 3. And I felt like this is one of those products that I saw people using a lot. It's been very popular on Instagram, TikTok, all that, and I felt like it was definitely my vibe. Like, I love a tinted moisturizer kind of product, especially in the summer, and I love really glowy things, obviously. So I thought about it for quite a while, but it seemed like something that I would really like, so I went and picked it up finally. I was a little worried that it wasn't gonna like live up to the hype, because I've been seeing so many people use it. I was afraid that it wasn't going to be quite as good as people said, but I would say this definitely lives up to the hype. It's a nice little tint, but I feel like it's not one of those tints that has like no coverage and doesn't supply you with any kind of like evening or anything. It definitely does. It has a little bit of pigment in there, so it really like evens out my skin, makes it look really nice and flawless. And I would say like a little bit airbrush and smoother as well. It honestly just makes your skin look really beautiful. I have it on now. I've been wearing it pretty much every day that I've been wearing makeup since I got it. So very easy to apply. I've applied it with my fingers. I've applied it with a beauty blender. I've also applied it with a brush. Works with everything. It's super versatile. You can literally just put it on by itself, or a lot of times I'll layer up a little bit of a higher coverage concealer with it to add a little bit more coverage, because it is pretty light coverage. So that is the first thing, a very easy, perfect, like on the go summer tint. And the next thing is the NARS bronzing cream. I have this in Laguna 01, which is the very lightest. Obviously I'm very fair, but I usually like to have a pretty like deep bronzer. I usually go deeper than this just because I like a pretty intense bronze, but I wanted something a little bit more natural and something that matches my skin tone a little bit more, but is just like more of a natural bronze or a natural like contour versus having a very stark line. So I did end up going with the lightest, and it's perfect. I think that's what I like about it the most, is the fact that it is such a good tone for my skin. And I also love like the creaminess of it. I usually just use like a little stipple brush to apply it. You can also use a beauty blender. You could probably, honestly, it's so creamy, you could probably just even put your fingers in it and just apply it to your cheeks as well for a little bit of a bronze. It's just like the perfect like neutral color, and I love how it's not like too warm. It doesn't turn orangey or anything on me. It's very just neutral. It looks like my skin, but a little bit deeper, so it looks like a nice shadow. So I've been loving that a lot. It just blends in so nicely that it's so like user-friendly, super easy. You never have any funky lines or anything. I feel like you can literally just like slap it on, honestly. So yeah, perfect for summertime. Again, for a really quick and easy bronzy look with very little effort. And the last thing in that video that I wanted to touch on is the Benefit. This is the Krista blush. They just came out with these new shades in like their skinnier packaging. I wanted something really bright for summertime, but I was a little nervous seeing it like in the pan because it is just so bright. It's like almost neon, I feel like, but it really does sheer to be a really pretty color. I also have this on today, so it's not like overpowering or anything. I just dip my brush in and then I hit it on my hand a couple times just to like get some of the like extra product off, and then I just tap it on my cheeks. You can definitely go full force and not like tap it on your hand or anything, but just for like a natural everyday look, it adds like that very pretty bright pink without being like too overbearing. So I just feel like it's like the perfect summer shade, honestly, and it does have a little bit of shimmer in it too, so it's just really pretty. And another thing I've been wearing almost every day. And then going into a little bit of skincare, I just did a full review on the Rhode skincare, and it was a very long and in-depth video, so if you don't want to watch that entire thing, long story short, I was very impressed by these. I feel like they both do exactly what they say they're gonna do. So the peptide glazing fluid, this is just, they call it a dewy hydration layer. That's exactly what it is. It has hyaluronic acid in it, niacinamide, peptides, so super hydrating, plumping. And then it has this little sheen and shine to it, so it's really pretty by itself. Otherwise, I've mixed it with my tinted moisturizer before and add some more like dew to my skin. And then I've also used it on top of makeup as well for more of like a highlighter, and it works really well that way as well. So very versatile product. I do feel like both of these live up to the hype, honestly, and they're very reasonably priced. And then the Barrier Restore Cream, again, peptides, hyaluronic acid, niacinamide, a shea butter in it as well, so super hydrating. I use this morning and night. I'm almost out of it, and I feel like I definitely will be repurchasing this again. Just a great everyday, more like gel-like moisturizer. Works really great under makeup as well. So these two products I've really been loving, and I feel like I have actually seen changes in my skin, just being more even, more healthy looking, more hydrated looking. And then I even talked about in that review as well, just some of my fine lines not being quite as noticeable because it is nice and plumping as well. Have been loving those. I already talked about the lip treatment in my last favorites because I use that all the time as well. Really nice with just a little bit of a lip liner, because it looks like a gloss. Honestly, very impressed with all of Rhode's products. They're cruelty-free. I think they're fully vegan, fragrance-free, all of that. So a very thought-out brand, I feel like, kind of hitting all the bases. So really impressed. If you ask me, I feel like they're worth it. And they are restocking. Today, it would be tomorrow, but when I'm posting this, it will be today. So they just restocked this morning. So I'm not sure how fast they're gonna sell out again. I think she said she had like 100,000 people on the wait list for, I think, the peptide glazing fluid. So I would guess she's gonna sell it again, but they are supposed to restock today. So if you do want to try it and you feel like it sounds like something that you might enjoy, you might have to get right to it and get your hands on it. The last thing I want to talk about is kind of random. I feel like I literally never talk about my nails or anything, but this brand named Jelsi reached out to me. I wanted to send me some of their semi-cured little nail jellies. I have them on right now. Super cute. Not sponsored or anything, just wanted to send me some to try. And I've always been a gel nail polish girl. I like gel just on my natural nails. Once in a while I'll get acrylics. I haven't had acrylics in probably a year or more, I would say, at this point. I usually just get gel on my natural nail. I love how long it lasts on me. I love how like natural it looks. It's not too thick or anything, and I feel like it looks pretty decent growing out. It's not as like stark of like a grow out than like acrylics are. So when they said that it was literally gel polish semi-cured in strips that you can just apply and then use a light to cure them, I was like, that sounds almost too good to be true. I was fully thinking that they're just gonna be like those little nail stickers that We've seen from that brand like Color Street. I know at Ulta they have some. So I thought it was just gonna be like that, just literally nail stickers, but it's actually real gel polish on the little stickers that you get. And then you get a little UV light, super like small and portable. I just wrap it up and put it in one of my makeup drawers. And then it cures, and it's literally a hard gel. Like, it actually feels like I have gel polish on. Like, I went to the salon and got gel polish on, and it makes my nails nice and like tough as well, just like gel polish does. So it's literally not just those like little skinny stickers that only put color on, it's actual gel polish. So I thought that was really cool. I've tried to do real gel polish at home before. Like, I've literally bought like a big light before. I've bought the like base coat, the gel polish, the top coat, but that starts getting like really expensive. And I feel like it would never look as good as at a salon. But these are so easy because they're just the strips, so you just fit them to your nails, apply them, and then just use the light. It's like 30 seconds to a minute, I think, and it hardens them right up. And then they actually last like gel too. I mean, I keep saying like gel, but they are gel, so of course they last that long. But I make resin rings. I have a little small business, if you don't know already, and that entails a lot of like wet sanding. So for like hours at a time, I will be sanding rings underwater, so I'm not like kicking up a bunch of dust. So I sand them all wet. So like I said, for like hours at a time, I'll be in water sanding my rings, and they literally last through that, and they last just as long as the gel I get at the salon. So I think it's like $24, I want to say, for the light. And then the actual nail jellies come in a little like black case like this, so that the UV light doesn't get to them. They just come in a strip like this. I obviously already used them. And then one of these strips is $16 versus if I would have just went and got this manicure, it would have been like $45, $50 plus with a tip and everything. So for 16 bucks, to literally do the easiest and like cleanest and most foolproof gel manicure, to not have to go sit there for an hour plus and spend the money, and you get real gel polish, I feel like that's amazing. So, and they did give me an affiliate code as well. I'll put that in the description box below, and then you can use the code Audra10 for 10% off. So I mean, it's already $16 for a gel manicure, and then you get 10% off that. So like I said, not sponsored or anything. I just actually really genuinely was like pleasantly surprised, and I've been loving them, and already used what they sent me, and then bought this color after that as well because I like them so much. So, and they're also woman owned, so pluses all around. So thank you so much to Chelsea for reaching out and kind of introducing me to this thing that I didn't even know existed. But that is all the products I wanted to mention for my July favorites. Just thought they were all products I thought were worth mentioning, that I've been really enjoying literally every single day of my life since I bought them. So definitely let me know some of the favorites you had in July down in the comments below, and like this video. And don't forget to subscribe to my channel for more videos from me. That took a long time to get out. I will see you on Friday for another new video. Bye!